Hi, third graders. What we have here is social studies, our communities, geography. We're going to be reading lesson 3. So remember, for today's independent reading task, you are welcome to read lesson 3 independently, or if you have a grown up or an older sibling or somebody you're doing homework with, you can do this with them. If not, you are more than welcome to listen to this. And this is just me reading it aloud. You should have your reflections book open and you should be following along as I read. So I'm going to turn my camera off because you won't see me while I'm reading and my lighting is pretty dark. I'm going to start sharing and we'll get on with our social studies. Thank you for your patience. Here's our third grade. And let's see here. I think this is what we read. Yes, so we're going to keep going. Lesson 3 is next. Come on, lesson 3. Let's get through this right now. We might come back to this. This is always in there. Here we go, lesson 3. So yesterday we read about physical features, things that are found out in nature. Now today, lesson 3, we're going to read about human-made features. And we've been talking about this. We've been looking at some, simple pictures. So let's go ahead and get started. Lesson 3, human-made features. When you look outdoors, what features of your community do you see? You may notice some physical features, a hill or a river. You might also see things people have made, such as a bridge or a building. Things that people add to a landscape are called human-made features. Your school, your home, and the street you live on are all human-made features. So this is actually to locate it, to find, remember there's that point, there it is. This is Vallejo. Here's our state in California, right? Just over to the east. And I believe this could be the San Rafael Richmond Bridge. I'm not exactly sure. I wish that there was a caption under this, but it's just in our neighborhood, just across in Vallejo. This bridge is a human-made feature. Where people build. When people first came to California, they built communities in places that had fresh water and good soil. They traded with the people around them. To trade means to exchange one thing for another. Over time, these communities grew. To see where communities in California are today, look at the photograph to the right, taken from space. The lights show where people have built towns and cities. Notice how many communities are near the ocean. So you can look here. This was a picture taken from space, and it shows California at night. So you can see all the lights. So these bright, pretty white areas, those are the lights that they're talking about, where people have built their towns and cities, right? This is kind of our area. I believe this is our area. Okay, let's keep going. This is a caption for this picture. It says, 3 bridges carry traffic across the Carquinez Strait in Vallejo, California. My mistake, it's called the Carquinez Strait. That's the waterway. So this is the Carquinez Bridge. New lanes for pedestrians and bicycles opened in 2004. Buildings and roads. When people move to a place, they add buildings to it. Perhaps they want to live near a river or a particular landform, so they decide to build their homes there. New towns begin with homes for people to live in and buildings to work in. In time, Some communities also build parks and other places where people can have fun. So this is Urban Freeways. This is a painting. So that's the name of it. You can see the frame around it. And this is the name of the painting by California artist Wayne Thibault. Pretty cool. We talked a little bit about urban being a city. So look at how many freeways. Again, human made. So the freeways are a representation of a human made feature. Look at all the turns and crossovers. I don't think I want to go on those freeways. Too busy. All right, we're turning to page 29. Today, much of California is covered with roads, bridges, and railroad tracks. These paths between one place and another make transportation, the movement of people, goods, and ideas possible. So this is actually Lombard Street in San Francisco, the curviest street, right? Lombard Street in San Francisco is very steep and crooked. Tourists travel many miles to drive on the street, so you can actually go and drive it. Some of you have probably been there. So here's a summary, things to remember from our reading today. Human-made features are things that people add to a landscape. Buildings, roads, bridges, and railroad tracks are some human-made features. So I want you to also think about some of the human-made features in your community, in San Rafael, Marin County, Marinwood, right? And today, now that you are done with the reading, there is a Google form. There are just 3 questions on it for you to answer, kind of a quick quiz to see if you understood what we read about today in reference to human features. So go give that a try and be sure to turn it in. All right, 3rd graders, I will see you soon.